Hello there. This is a demonstration of our working application. This is the LeapForMankind project. And so for this, we created an interactive racing game. The users are able to select from a different range of vehicles. So they press up or down until they choose a vehicle that they like, and then they press spacebar to start the game. The entire game was programmed using Scratch, which is an open source language from MIT. As you can see, when you hit one of these V's, which acts as a boost, it speeds up the car, and when you hit one of these blue squares, which represents a wall, the vehicle catches in flames, and it gives the user the option to try again. When the user does try again, the time goes back to 0, but the score remains because the score is cumulative throughout the game. It also detects when the user accidentally goes off of the track and into the grass, and that crashes as well. And so we have two different ways to control these vehicles. For demonstration purposes, I'm using the keyboard to control it, but we also integrated the Leap Motion hand controller, so the user can turn the vehicle left and right and navigate the course with just their hand above the sensor. So we have multiple levels here. Each one has the same premise. You want to get through the level successfully without hitting the grass or without hitting a wall. So this is one of the more complex levels. Using the Leap Motion controller, this one's pretty difficult to navigate. And as you can see, we got more and more creative with the levels, so there are different types of barriers that you have to avoid and things like that. The collision detection still works the same on all the levels, and when you start over, it actually starts you over on the same level that you were already on instead of starting you back all the way at level 1. So now that we have this basic functionality down with the cars, with switching through the vehicles, with the timer and the scores, it's actually really simple to create new levels as well as to add new cars, and to also add, to change the order of the levels or anything like that. And this one, we decided to make the user go in a counterclockwise direction just to kind of change things up, make it a little more tricky, something they weren't expecting or used to. And as you can see, you can really let your imagination run wild when you're designing some of these levels. I really like the bridge and the water in this level. And there should be one more. Oh, no, this is the last level. So the user just beat the game. And now I'll go ahead and show you some of the code that's working behind the scenes here. So this is all that we had to do with the Scratch language. That big block in the middle is for the Leap Motion controller. And now when you switch over to the costumes, this shows all the different vehicles that the user can cycle through, and that's the crash state, regular state. So when the user does crash, it just moves to the next costume in line, and that's the crashed version of that costume. So yeah, that should be the project. Thank you.